Salvēte omnēs. Let's review. How did we say turn to the right? Flecte ad dextram. And I'm going home? Domum eo. And how would we say I want to go with Julius? Volo cum Julio ire. Remember, word order is flexible in Latin, so there are other alternatives. And what did the following sentence mean? E culina exi. Get out of the kitchen. We can use the following construction to ask permission to do something. Liketni mihi. We already know two parts of this. Remember, the venī is used attached to the first word in the sentence when we ask yes-no questions. And mihi is the dative form of ego, meaning for me. Liket means it is allowed, or one is permitted. So literally this means, is it permitted for me? But a better translation is, may I? Look at the following sentence. Liketni mihi domum ire. May I go home? Notice that the word for go is in the infinitive. Can you figure out what this means? Liketni mihi ad latrinam ire. May I go to the bathroom? And in the story we will see this. Liketni mihi entrare. What English word does entrare sound like? Enter. This means, may I enter, or may I come in? Remember Julius Caesar's famous phrase, venī vidi vici? The first two words are, I came, I saw. And we already learned that the second one, in present tense, is video. The first word in present tense is venio. Do you see the connection to go? This word is venire. It contains ire. What does the following sentence mean? Potesne venire? Can you come? Remember, we say what our potential is, or what we can do, by adding pot to the appropriate form of to be. Say now, I can come. Porcum venire. Look at the following sentence. Hic venī, amīce. Come here, friend. Amīce is yet another declension, but this one is much easier to understand. It's called the vocative form, because we're invoking a person or a thing. We don't have an equivalent in modern English, but it's like saying, "O Romeo," or in this case, "O friend." I mentioned once that in Shakespeare's play, Julius Caesar says, "Et tu, Brute?" as he is dying. This is the vocative form of Brutus. So this is like saying, "You also, O Brutus?" And in fact, I've been using this form at the beginning of each lesson when I say, Salvēte omnēs. Omnēs is the vocative form of omnis, a third declension noun. Keeping in mind that amicus becomes amīce, how would we say little pig using this form? Parvī porcī. Obviously, this will also be in the story. The other thing that makes the vocative form much easier is that it is often the same as the nominative. See if you can say, soldier, turn to the left. Mīlitēs ad sinistram flecte. You see, this sounds exactly the same as if we said, the soldier turns to the left. Look at the next sentence. Agricola gladium dēlet. The last word looks just like the English word delete, but it means destroy, which has a somewhat similar meaning. So this sentence means the farmer destroys the sword. And this sentence, puella mala epistolam dēlet. The bad girl destroys the letter. Say, I destroy the big book. Librum magnum dēleo. Here's a famous phrase that you'll want to memorize if you want to sound smart. Cogito ergo sum. We have a similar word to the first one in English, cogitate, which means to think deeply or reflect. We already know the last word, so can you guess what this famous phrase is? I think, therefore I am. This is the famous statement of René Descartes. And we can see that ergo means therefore. Here's another famous logical statement from philosophy, and it's filled with third declension nouns. Omnes homines mortales sunt. Socrates homo est, ergo Socrates mortalis est. This is a syllogism meaning all men are mortal. Socrates is a man, therefore Socrates is mortal. So we see that homo and homines mean man and men. The next phrase also has a recognizable word, nihil cogitas. You don't think about anything. And this phrase should also be recognizable. Lupus ululat. The wolf howls. You've heard the term canis lupus, right? This is a scientific classification for wolves. And ululate is an English word meaning howl. Say now, the wolf eats the pig. Lupus porcum edit. We're now ready for the story, but there will be several words you will have to guess. However, remember that denda means then. Denda magnus lupus malus domum porci videt. Lupus venit et dicit, parve porce, licet nimici intrare. Nullo modo, primus porcus parvus clamat, ergo magnus lupus malus inhalet et exhalet et domum dēlet. Denda magnus lupus malus parvum porcum edit. Did you understand the first sentence? Magnus lupus malus means the big bad wolf. And then domum porci means the pig's house. Remember, the E is added to masculine nouns with the meaning S, as in the plural pigs or possessive pigs with an apostrophe. So this first sentence means, then the big bad wolf sees the pig's house. Then we have the words nullo modo, which I'm sure you guessed is some kind of rejection. Nullo means not any, just like the word null in English. And modo is the ablative form of modus, as in modus operandi, the method or way of doing something. So this phrase simply means no way, and inhalet et exhalet clearly means inhales and exhales. That's all for now, but there's more to this story coming in the next lesson. There's a PDF with an English translation as well as a downloadable audio version of each of the stories available on Patreon. There's a link in the description box below. You can also find a PDF containing all of the example sentences used in the lessons with their English translations. Thanks for watching.